How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Rocket League Rewind. I am joined again at the desk by SwasAye. SwasAye, how are you, man?
Doing great. Glad to be back. No negative comments about me from last week, so I can't complain.
Yes.
What about you, Trauma? How are you?
Man, I am doing great. Yeah, it's been a little crazy getting used to all this time stuck inside, with everything going on, but at least time for more content creation, which is nice. So hence why we are back at the desk together. I'm glad nobody wanted you gone. It's nice to have you here.
I'm so glad. Like, it's a good feeling. Yeah. I'm loved.
Yeah, you are.
Not hated.
No, not at all. All right, man. What do we have going on this week in the world of Rocket League?
Number one, first and foremost, the big news from Psyonix this week, Heatseeker Mode. This game looks crazy fun. The idea behind it is every time you hit the ball, it's going to go faster and faster with a bit of a twist, and that twist is towards the opponent's goal every single time. Psyonix even said it is impossible to own goal in this game mode. I think John Sandman might find a way, but I mean, one, it's going to be
probably will.
If you have any amazing clips from this, please tag us in it. Or if you do find a way to own goal, tag us in that too. Trauma, are you excited for this?
Yes, I am actually really excited about this. I'm excited to try it out. I feel like me and you should make a video about it and put it out there. See what we think of it. I usually don't do a lot of the extra modes like Spike Rush and stuff like that. I never really got into, but who knows? I might give this one a try.
Incoming content, me and you.
Incoming content dropping soon. Be on the lookout.
It sounds like a good time. I think
no,
I don't play
absolutely.
a lot of game modes either, but this is definitely something that I'm interested in.
Yeah, I think it'll be like a great like game mode to get your friends together in some private matches and have a real good time. All right, let's go quickly take a look at what is happening over on the esports side of things. Okay, so first things first. Scrub has allegedly been in contact with Team Singularity, possibly trying out for their team. We'll see what's going on there. I think whoever picks up Scrub, it's definitely a good idea to pick him up. I mean, crazy talented. It'll just depend on how he meshes in with the team that he's picked up by. Moving on, Omni Nation. It was announced that their Rocket League team was closing down, and I think that's been happening with a lot of people recently.
And Omni Nation isn't going to be the only team taking a break. Ghost and TSM have both announced it. They're cutting rosters, personnel, Rocket League teams, a whole bunch of stuff due to COVID-19 and the financial impact that's happening. Hopefully we don't see more teams fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
But if they do, we'll be here to report it. And I mean, that's what it is now.
For real. Sucks. And I really hope, like you said, I really hope that, no more teams are affected by this. As it goes on more and more, though, as, time goes on and, I think more teams are going to be affected by this because, they're watching their finances and stuff. So fingers crossed, no more teams, but we'll see what happens. It's just an unfortunate effect of, everything going on.
Trauma, that's not the only thing happening right now in the world of Rocket League esports. The biggest news this week, according to myself, Team Esper of the Oceania region had 2 players hit with the 1-year ban.
Yes.
Frenzy and Delusion.
Yes.
They threw a competitive RLCS game, and it cost another team, the Renegades, a spot in RLCS.
You don't do that, man. You don't do that at all. That it's really sad to see, unfortunately, because you have so many people, dreaming and working and grinding on getting to a spot to be in a position like this to play on such a big stage, and to just completely give up and not care. It's really, really sad to see.
Honestly, it is unbelievably sad to see. It's also disrespectful to the other people that play I mean one Rocket League. Everyone wants to hit that peak, that top, and compete for a prize pool and to say that they're the very best. And if you're just going to get there and then throw it away, unacceptable. And then I'm going to be honest, I think the ban is a good thing. 1 year feels like an appropriate amount of time. I'm kind of surprised Psyonix didn't say, hey, maybe a little bit longer. I know there were people talking about only 6 months or just, one competitive season. I think 1 year is the perfect amount of time. And then strike two, gone forever.
Yeah.
That's just me.
No, absolutely. I would definitely agree with you that 1 year is an adequate amount of time. I think when you're in that situation and you purposely throw a game, there has to be some sort of punishment for that. And I think it needs to be impressed upon other people as well. So this doesn't happen again. So no, I think 1 year is a perfectly, suitable amount of time.
Trauma, let me ask you a serious question.
Yes.
How many hours do you have in Rocket League?
Oh my gosh, so many.
So
like
many.
An embarrassing amount.
Okay.
Close to 6,000, I think.
I'm rapidly approaching 2,000.
Wow.
And if you were to put me, if you were to tell me, hey, someone is gonna make a joke of me trying to reach the very best that I could be,
yeah,
I would lose my mind. That's basically what happened.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah. No. Agreed. Yeah.
Agreed. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's move on to more positive things. It has been announced that Rocket League 6-mans is now branching out to Rocket League 4-mans. This is actually really exciting news.
I think it's going to be incredibly interesting how they go about it. A lot of pros talk about how 3v3 is the way that Rocket League is supposed to be played.
Yeah.
2v2, some 4-mans, it's definitely going to make it interesting. But you and I were even kind of joking about it beforehand. When is 2-mans going to happen? 4-mans, I think with the right amount of people and the right pros and maybe some new teams, we're going to really kind of see that game mode excel, especially in a competitive way. We don't see 2v2 competitively nearly enough.
No, I'm really, really excited about 4-mans, and I think it's been my game mode that I've grinded all the time. I never touch 3s, and I try to stay away from 1s at all costs. But it'll be cool to see, higher level players, form more 2-mans. I know they did that one tournament a while back when I had first started playing the game, a 2v2 tournament, and that was really cool to see, these pros play really competitively in this game mode. So I'm excited. 2-mans though, speaking of which, Johnny Boy announced that he might be opening up Salt Mine again for all those 1v1 players.
So if it's anything like similarly to the last Salt Mine, it's going to be kind of a 1v1. I believe it was a round robin format where pros would essentially just keep going. They'd start playing someone, get a win, and then keep going, move on from there. What I do remember from the Salt Mine, because I only caught a little bit of it, I'm so beyond excited to see another one from Johnny Boy, if that does happen, is these lesser known players.
Yes.
You see some pros show up, maybe Scrub, Fairy Peak, these well-known ones players, but then you get some other people out there that it's really their time to shine in a game mode like this.
Absolutely. And I think now's the time for that to happen. I think even we saw, these past 2 seasons with the pro scene, these, teams coming out of nowhere and outshining these, pro teams that have always been in that top spot. And I think that's going to be something that we see here in 1s as well. These players that we probably haven't heard a lot of, except, in, private tournaments and stuff like that. But this will be like their moment to really come through and kind of overtake those, top players that we all know and love so well. In other news, I saw a tweet on Twitter from Vert82, and he was just mentioning about theme music. I think this is something that would be really, really cool to implement when teams come out on the stage. They have their own theme song. Honestly, too, we need mascots. I don't know, backup dancers maybe? SwasAye, what do you think?
We need to bring the hype. I want cheerleading squads, men, women. I want cute
We need
puppies
every
running out with
cute
the
puppies.
pros. No, but in all honesty, it's a small change. It's an easy change for larger tournaments. Give the pros some walkout music.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be completely epic.
Yeah.
What I believe it was CJ went back when he was in RLCS. He would always kind of do something real funny. Was Trauma, do you have any idea if he was the one that came out in the little sports Corvette?
No, I completely forgot. Except I feel like I should know that because it was such an iconic.
I feel like it was CJ. Maybe it was Kimmy. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But that got the crowd so hyped up. We need more of that.
More. Yes. And I feel like I feel like back then it was such like a joke and such a fun thing to do, and I feel like now it's gotten so much more serious. But I haven't been to a LAN yet, so I can't speak personally from experience with that.
I mean, they're a hell of a time. You gotta come.
Also, on things that could be improved, which there's a long list for Rocket League things that could be improved, but something cool that popped up on Instagram were these custom goal designs by Hove IM.
Trauma. These are so damn cool. I know you're showing the picture on the TVs behind us right now. The idea of taking the Rocket League org mascot, putting it right in the center of goal, kind of taking that club colors, that club dynamic to the next level, and that way you feel like you're defending something that's part of like yourself. It's part of your identity. You are not going to put your balls in my guy's face goal. That's just not, not what you're gonna do.
No.
No, but I mean, these are epic. I would love to see these happen.
Yes.
Psyonix, please. I mean, this is just one of those really, really cool things. And with all of the goal explosions that we're seeing kind of falling more and more into the goal, I mean, there's no reason that we can't kind of make a little film right across the face of goal.
Yeah, and honestly, it doesn't have to be even like as bright and colorful as they were made to be, just something, because I feel like that might distract a little bit, when you're on the field playing, but something visually to make, when you're on that field and, it's your turn to play, make that custom to you and your team. Because I agree with you completely. Like having something, I feel like having your team name on that goal will give you something to fight for even more. So I don't know. So you're right though. Swasey, it'll always baffle me how long it takes them to get all these updates. If they would just listen to the community more, it'll always baffle me.
Psyonix, please hire an intern. Tell them to start working. It'll cost you very little.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody would even do this for free.
Yeah.
Just to have their name put on it.
Exactly. That's really what it comes down to at this point.
Yeah.
This is such a cool idea. The reaction behind it was amazing. Look into it. Give us some feedback. Let us know. Tell us if this might happen. Or if it's never going to happen,
slide into our DMs.
Stop talking about it. Slide into our DMs so we can tell you more about how we want balls in the goal of the rogue face.
The rogue face, that's right. Perfect. Also, something very cool that we're very excited to share with you. We have a special guest coming on the channel. Somebody that I've been following on Instagram for a long time. And I'm very, very excited to share this with the community for those of you who haven't seen her work already. All right, Kim, thank you so much for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do?
Hi, thanks for having me. So basically I customize little Rocket League cars. I hand paint them all with acrylics and sometimes like different pigments depending on what I want to get.
Yeah.
Here's an example of one of the ones. Kilowatt's my favorite decal in game, so I had to create my in-game car.
That's amazing.
Yeah, for my own custom.
Yeah, so like what's your process for this? Like, as how do you get the models and stuff before you start painting them?
So all of them were the ones that were released by Psyonix. So it's like the pullbacks that are at GameStop.
Yeah.
They have larger ones at Target and now the Hot Wheels. I've been doing lately. So I'm on with that. A lot of people think I 3D print them, but I actually don't.
You're like, no, I'm not that cool.
Yeah, no, that would also be kind of illegal, but yeah, so I just prime them, prep them, get them ready for paint, and then it's just a lot of layers, and they're all hand painted. I don't use any airbrushing or anything, so it's just a lot of back and forth to get like clean lines.
Yeah. Do you take like, I know you're really pretty popular on Instagram. Do you take like special orders and stuff for people?
Yeah, I do take commissions, and they're available at my Etsy shop, or the cards by Kim.
Awesome.
There's also a link in my Instagram bio, if
Perfect.
that's easier.
Perfect. And we'll for all of you out there watching, we will put that link down below. So please be sure to go check her out. Yeah. So you take orders, and then like, so pretty much anything people want painted onto the cars, you'll do.
Pretty much anything except for like copyright issues. So like logos, I can't do any in-game designs. If I do an ink design, it's only for my collection, and I can't sell those. But I've done them based on like different characters. Like this one I have is Pikachu. Gonna be for sale.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
I've also done like a Dragon Ball Z one. It's like Goku.
Oh my goodness.
Can't really tell. The
That's
Dragon Ball
amazing. Yeah.
When I first started out, just doing Overwatch characters, and I'm not really a fan of the game myself, but I thought it'd be fun to adapt all of their characters to the diverse car bodies that Rocket League has.
Yeah.
So it was Tracer. It's kind of blown out, but yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Kim, can I ask, how long does it take you to make a car typically?
Well, I usually work on them in batches, so like a lot of hours go into them, especially depending on how complex the design is. So like I've also done some that have different leaf patterns. These took a bit longer, but they're fun to do like a more painterly design.
Yeah.
But something simpler like this, I have like a rainbow one, that's just pigments together. So it didn't take as much time, just a lot of layers, but a lot of hours.
That's really cool. I mean, and it's such a unique concept, and I think, you know, a great idea is like, you know, a gift to a friend or something. But, you know, this is such a really cool, unique platform that you've started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, since I'm mainly on Etsy, like it's a lot of girlfriends or wives like buying for like their boyfriends and husbands. But lately I've been getting more guys, and they've been buying them for their best Rocket League friends, or I had one commission where they got like 5 or 6 cars, and one was each based on a different video game that they were giving to the groomsmen, or giving to like the groom for his
That's cool.
Yeah,
like,
that's awesome.
I've done some like tuxedo cars for like groom's cake toppers.
No way.
So, a few things, yeah.
That's cool. SwasAye, I'm getting one for you. Just a heads up.
Hey, I'll get one for you too. Honestly, as soon as this is over, I'm gonna totally drop your Etsy link to my girlfriend and just kind of nudge her in that direction. Kim, do you have a favorite car that you've done?
Yeah, definitely my own Kilowatt, since it was for myself. But yeah, I think Kilowatt's just a great decal, and it was fun to recreate it. Yeah. My boyfriend even proposed using one of the Rocket League balls and had the ring inside.
What?
So,
I think I did. I think I
awesome.
did see that post on your Instagram while I was scrolling through.
Yeah, they gave us the Rockets Engage tags, which is like the best present ever.
That's
Yes.
so cool.
That's
Mhm.
awesome. Awesome.
Kim, thank you so much for coming by. This was awesome to see. We're going to make sure that we post all of your information down below in the description.
Yes.
Etsy, Instagram, and a big shout out for that Captain America car. Is there anything else you want to tell us before you take off?
I think that's about it, but I appreciate you having me. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And tell
Kim.
everyone that orders about us and our channel. No, I'm just
will.
kidding.
Kim, you are amazing. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Something awesome that happened this past week was Sunless Khan did a longest game ever. It went for 11 hours, which is crazy long to be playing Rocket League. I honestly would have to probably take a break from Rocket League for like a week after that. But they had a bunch of people subbing in, so people could take breaks. I think the Orange team won by a landslide, but it was a really, really cool event. SwasAye, what was happening? How much money did they raise with this event?
Trauma, they raised about $12,000 during the entire event, 5,000 of which went towards a player's prize pool, another 7,000 for COVID-19 research.
That's amazing.
And let me ask you, did you stop by? Did you watch any of it?
I did, yeah. I stopped by for, quite a while and just kind of, lurked and watched, and it was really exciting to watch.
It was. I checked it out for probably two different 5 to 10 minute periods.
Yeah, but that was about the same for me.
Yeah, and I want to say I kind of caught it near like hour 7, like... And all I was thinking is like how much my brain would be mush.
Yeah.
Sunless Khan, this was an incredible idea, awesome to see, and just, fantastic. Well done to you, man.
Absolutely. And I think it was really cool for him to come up with this concept and idea. It was very unique and, obviously raising money for a great cause. So props to him, and then props to everyone who participated in this.
I will say real quick, if you didn't watch the stream, he is planning on editing a video for that for YouTube. So keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure that'll be out.
So
11 hours.
So you don't have to go back and watch 11 hours of VOD.
11 hours of VOD cut down to one YouTube video. Somehow he'll make it a 13-minute video, and it'll be incredible.
And it'll be so exciting and riveting, and you'll want to watch the whole thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, we're headed into the end of Rocket League. Not too much is left, but one of the bigger things that we wanted to cover real quick is that ESPN2 will be covering the NA, the North American Finals for the Rocket League Spring Series. The date, I want to say, is still being worked out. I might be crazy wrong on that, but just the idea of ESPN broadcasting Rocket League. They did it with the RLCS finals not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago for everyone. And the response was incredible. There were basketball players, tweeting that they don't even know what Rocket League is, but they were hyped for it. They pulled behind, I want to say it was NRG at the time. Just absolutely incredible to see Rocket League back on primetime television. And when we have more info, we'll let you know.
No, honestly, SwasAye, I think it's great that they're doing this, and it's really cool. Like you said a while back, it was on primetime, and I think it brings so much exposure to the game, which is great for the game. I think it'll bring so much more hype behind it, and yeah, there's a lot of pros actually that play the game. Not a lot, but I've seen some hockey players, and also there's actually one of the pitchers for the White Sox here in Chicago plays Rocket League and posts his clips on Twitter. So I tried to get in touch with him, but he completely left me on read. That's okay. Feelings haven't been hurt, but it'll be cool. And it'll be cool to see who else starts playing the game, now that maybe more people are watching it.
Trauma, there's one more person that I was amazed plays Rocket League. This is going to be Formula One driver Lando Norris.
What?
I was just watching, I was watching his stream with Formula One kind of shut down right now. All of the younger racers are doing an E version of the sport, and Lando Norris cut the stream, went right into Rocket League. I texted a buddy. I was like, bro, this is one of the best drivers in the world, and he can barely hit an aerial. I feel better about my life.
That's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw a clip as well. Like, it was a news clip. I don't watch news, but I did see this, and it was like, so many people now that they're driven inside, online gaming and stuff is just shot through the roof. So, but exciting that Rocket League is part of that growth. That's awesome. It was also announced recently that the Intel World Open is canceled. It's no surprise with everything else being shut down and flights being canceled and stuff like that. It's definitely the safest thing. So hopefully it'll be postponed, because I know Rocket League was a big part of that. It's going to be really cool to see what teams were put together and what teams competed in that. So we'll keep you posted on the details of that when it's announced. Okay, so to close things out, SwasAye, we're going to take a look at comment of the week. I used to do this back when I was doing this series by myself. Guys, we're bringing it back. SwasAye, what is the comment of the week?
Comment of the week coming from James. I saw the salty shores and I thought they were bringing it back. James, we would never do that to your eyes. Sorry for the thumbnail.
Yeah, okay, so the thumbnail was my fault. It was definitely for clickbait because, you know, spring. And also on that thumbnail, I completely forgot to add you, SwasAye. I did get a very hateful DM after that went up, so we're gonna get you in this week.
Who sent you the DM?
It was you.
It was me.
Yeah.
I would never do that. That's crazy.
You. Yes.
I'm really excited for my face to be in the next thumbnail.
Well, because I feel like it's safe. It's safe now that like you're officially here.
Yeah.
And staying. You know, we can officially add you to the thumbnails now. So welcome. All right, guys, thank you again for watching another rewind. We absolutely love doing these videos, and we appreciate all of you guys that watch them. SwasAye, what do they need to do before they stop watching this video?
Number one, right below the video, give us a thumbs up, like this video.
Yes.
Number two, comment about anything you want us to talk about,
anything,
or what you enjoyed. News, tell me your favorite color.
Yeah.
Tell Trauma your favorite food. Just get involved down below.
Yeah,
and then
involved.
Lastly, Trauma Llama wants more subscribers. He's saying please from the bottom, the bottom of his heart. It's basically his food at this point.
It is, yeah. I'm toe picks for subscribers at this point.
Hit that sub button and be ready for more of these real soon.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us again this week. You have an awesome one, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks with another Rocket League Rewind.
Take care.